Hey, so I want to talk to you guys about overcoming objections. So Shauna Zollinger said that an objection is usually because people have a question about where, when, who, what, how, and why. So if you can figure out what part of that they're wondering, you can help them figure out, you can help them overcome their objection. So some of the most common objections are, my house is too small. That's obviously for a home party. You can just quickly ask them, okay, how many people can you fit around your kitchen table? And they'll probably say like 3 or 4 people I can fit. And then you'll say, okay, great. So well, we want to get 3 to 4 times that many people to fit in your living room, and then you can go from there. Another objection is you can say, you know, they'll say, I'm not interested right now. We got a lot going on. And you can say, I can book as far out as possible. Like I can do any time you want what works for you after, you know, X gets done. And, you know, just let them know if they get a party booked, then you can give them an extra incentive. Another thing is if they say, need to check my calendar, or need to check with my husband or my friends to see what date works for best for them, I would say, okay, let's get a tentative or a fake date booked now, and then I can give you, you know, $20 extra free in free books. And just a little, you know, don't be afraid to use those type of words, because it is your business and we can pretty much do whatever we want personally. So if it's your policy to offer an extra incentive to book right then and there, then that's how your business will go. Another thing is if people say, I just moved or I'm moving, you can say that's fine. Like we can do a Facebook party, you can get these books to, you know, we can get them shipped to where you are moving to, and you don't have to worry about packing them. We can make like a goodbye party, or we can make like a welcome party, and to get these books for you. Another objection that I recently got was, I had a friend who's around my age who wanted to do a Facebook party, but she didn't love the Facebook style because it was too fast. She couldn't handle like the fast-pacedness, and that is a word. And so instead of doing a one-night party where she, you know, in 1 hour with the post so fast where she was like completely frazzled and stressed, I did a party in 1 day. So I did like a regular pre-party post, and then an all-day party, and then the after-party post. And so that turned out really well for her. So if somebody doesn't like a specific thing about a home party or a Facebook party, let them know that you can change it for them. You can make it work for them. You know, you can be adaptable to what they need to make their party successful. Another thing is if people say, I don't think I have enough friends who are interested or who would buy books. You know, so they're not really sure they have enough people. I always say, you know, let's just think of 10 people real quick. You know, you can give them the frank image and to kind of help them figure out who to invite. In my mind, everyone around us has a child in their life that would love these books. And so I say, let's just do for 10 and we'll go from there. Because I think we all have experienced that even like small parties can be really successful. And then it's also important to tell them to not prejudge their friends. Say, you know, don't prejudge them, like invite everyone you just think would love them, because you never know who they might have in their mind or who they might have in their life who would love these books. So don't prejudge to just like new moms or, you know, moms in general, because there's tons of people, teachers, neighbors, grandparents, and uncles. I mean, people all around us love these books. Another thing is when they're nervous about the sales. I think it's easy for us to get really caught up in, you know, getting X amount of sales, because obviously that's how we make our money. But we don't want to put that stress on our hostesses thinking that they have to make, you know, X amount of money in order to have it to be a really great party. I think it's important for them to see our bigger picture, which is spreading literacy. I know for me, I love, you know, hearing how these books touch the kids' lives, how it helped them improve their reading skills, how it helped them got reading again, and it just improved literacy across the world. So let your hostesses know that, hey, it's okay if you don't have, you know, a $400 party. Like, it's still going to be awesome. I love sharing these books. Like, I just want to get these books out there no matter what. So it's still going to be awesome, and I love having your help doing that. And so just make it more fun for your hostess and less about the money. Another objection, I think I went over all of them that I had written down. So if you guys have any other questions, or if you have any other objections that you've gotten, let us know, and we'd love to help you guys overcome them. So go ahead and post below.